Well, up and down, very inconsistent. You know, we had some time lapses in there where we played pretty good. Then we'd fall back a little bit. And overall, it was a very inconsistent day, and we got a long way to go. Getting better. You know, he had a lot to learn here. He had a lot to learn and understand. More assignment football than he's probably used to in the past. And but you can tell he's a player. He just got to learn what to do and when to do it. And he's going to go full speed. He's a downhill linebacker. He made some great plays. He made 2 or 3 big hits out there today, and been very pleased with his progress so far. Well, we got a long way to go. we are again inconsistent. You know, sometimes we got our playmakers, which we don't have just abundance of right now, are not making plays when they have a chance, which is very disappointing. And so we got to get that going a little bit better. But, you know, I think yesterday we had a good practice. Today I think was a good practice, not a great practice. And the first group is a lot better than the second group right now. And but we're trying to build some depth. They all get equal snaps out in practice, and we're rotating, making sure the guys that we need to get ready are out there a certain number of plays. So we're still, you know, working hard at it. You know, I think this group is more eager to learn and do what you're asking them to do. They seem to be that way in the meetings, on the field. You know, we make some bonehead mistakes that young people are going to make. We're seeing a lot of different formations offensively. They always a day ahead because, you know, they put in a formation and plays, and we go out there and practice. The next day we have to make those corrections, and that's always the case in spring. But with a young group, it's really, you know, kind of keeps you off balance a little bit. So we've had to work ourselves through that. The biggest thing, we had 3 turnovers, you know, and so that's always good. So that's, you know, something we emphasize. I like that. I saw some good tackling at times. Had 2 interceptions and had real good breaks on the ball. Just really good breaks on the ball, and so that was encouraging. And then the first defensive line, after about 20 plays, got going. I was disappointed in them. Disappointed in some of our safety plays today. Playmakers that had chances to make big plays didn't make them, and we can't have that. And we got to make those plays when we get a chance. Yeah, you know, Nigel is having a pretty good spring. He's made some plays all spring, so you know he's one of those guys that we got to get to that point he can make those plays every play. He has a chance. T.J. Murchison, he's a playmaker, but he's not consistent. You know, so we got to get him more consistent. You know, Corey Morsey has got to start making more plays. He's one of the playmakers along the front. And, you know, we got to get a will linebacker that can make plays. You know, Levi is doing a good job and showing up a lot, you know, in production, you know, and not just out there taking up space, but he's making some production plays. You know, and Jordan Harris is showing up and being productive, even though he doesn't know, he gets lost at times, you know, especially in pass coverage, which is the hardest thing to learn. So, you know, if we can get him to be consistently in making the plays he has the opportunity to make. And so, you know, we just keep working it and see what happens. The thing about Levi is he's going to give you every ounce of energy he's got. He's a smart kid. You know, he's just not an experienced kid. And he's a lot of fun to coach because you don't have to say, you know, let's go out there and give it our best. You know, he's going to do that, and he's going to lead by example. And so I've been real pleased with his efforts this spring.